What's up, y'all? Tell Like It Is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is that's right, y'all. The like button is free. All right, man. So I want to get into a couple videos. This one is strictly for the fellas. I mean, maybe there's some women out here that can actually, intake some of the shit that I'm actually getting ready to say. I know I do have a very small percentage of females that follow the channel. Shout out to y'all. Y'all probably been following me for a minute anyway. So shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But anyway, so we're gonna get into this situation, man, of these videos that I got into, especially when it comes down to like relationships and women, and just their way of logically thinking. Part of me doing this video is like I said, it's a combination of things. For fellas to understand, because sometimes, bro, we get labeled the bad guy in certain situations. Now, does this mean all men are right for dog shit that they do? No, the niggas is not right for the dog shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? But some men, you leave these niggas no choice but to turn into the motherfucking King Corso, nigga. You give a nigga no choice but to turn into a Rottweiler. You give a nigga no choice but to turn into that pit bull at the end of the day. You give him no choice. You give him no choice. Other than that, this nigga is a goddamn a goddamn a goddamn eel with no spine. You know what I'm saying? And you just want a nigga you could just run all over and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into because I had a few conversations over the weekend with some females about this type of talk, and then some of it was some good talk. I actually learned some shit from one of these bitches actually last night, um, and it was kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of wild. You know what I mean? So like they say, you can learn something new every day. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely learned something new with this chick I was talking with last night, and it is what it is. But anyway. Let's get into this, man. So this is a Caucasian woman, you know what I'm saying? Snow bunny, you know what I'm saying? Nice little snow bunny. Like she got some curves on her, you know what I'm saying? Like she got some curves on her and all that. But anyway, she definitely has to be married at the end of the day, straight up and down. But anyway, anyway, let's get into it though. Fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse.
Talk. If you're in a committed relationship and you're no longer having pound town with your man because you just don't feel like it, but you expect him to stay within that relationship and not wander out, not look at corn, not take care of it himself, you're abusing your husband.
This is a fact. This is how I personally feel. And listen, I've been in, like I said, anytime, okay, let me say this real quick. All right, so I'll just use my last previous relationship, right? Anytime except for the beginning, okay? Except for the beginning of the relationship, because at that time, I kind of had like, I ain't gonna listen. I'm not saying I'm the player from the Himalayas. I'm not saying all that, but I at least had like a rotation of women that I can kind of go through. You know what I'm saying? I can go through these women. I built relationship with these women. I'm not going out with them, but I can hit them up or they'll hit me up. Hey, what you doing today? You should come over. I'm cooking. Da 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 da. Right? And I can go over there or they can come to the crib. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of had these women in rotation. So when I first got with my baby mom, we was kind of dating and shit like that. I still was dealing with these women at the same time. So, a lot of times when I actually started to take her serious, I still kind of was dealing with these women because I'm like, yo, I don't know if this shit is gonna work out. I know this bitch, but I don't really know this bitch like that. You know what I'm saying? We from two different cities and shit. So it's just like, I just kind of kept these women around. So eventually a nigga got caught, right? I got caught dealing with these bitches and shit like that. It is what it is. I kind of never admitted to it, but I admitted to it like, after a while you like, all right, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? You ain't fucking with me no more. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? But a manipulative bitch is always going to use that against you, okay? She's always going to use that against you every time. Even if you draw the line in the sand like, yo, bitch, listen, I don't want to hear about this shit no more. You either fucking with me no more, you either that mad you're not gonna fuck with me no more, or we're gonna get past this and I don't ever want to hear about this shit again. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? You're not about to talk my ear off every time something don't go right. Oh, what that bitch, them bitches. Like, bitch, we talking about dinner and shit. Like, how the fuck you get me some shit that happened back in the past and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about right now? But anyway, so the time that I did get caught by my baby mom, and I was cheating and shit like that. I like to, what I'm saying, I like to be sexually active with somebody that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? I like to be sexually active. Um, I can't do the whole, um, I can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? For all that, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll be single for that shit. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But I'm be damn, I'm gonna be with a bitch and I ain't getting none. You know what I'm saying? So with my baby mom, it wasn't that I wasn't getting none. It was like when she wanted to do it, it was always like weird timing. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, like this is not. I don't want to break my sleep to fucking get up and be. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather do it while I'm like already up, shit like that. So it was just those kind of things that we kept missing out on, you know what I'm saying? And after a while, I start becoming sexually frustrated, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and like I said, every man got an ego and shit, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, I could be out here fucking this bitch. And like I said, she will always be like on top of me anytime like a bitch looked at me and mind you, I'm in a whole nother city. I don't know who none of these hoes is, you know what I'm saying? But anytime like a chick will look at me or I'll be at work and a chick, sometimes these bitches would do shit like that on purpose. Like she'll be picking me up from work and I'm, smoking a cigarette outside and the chick will come out that I work with and she'll be talking to me and then I'll jump in the car. Who's that bitch? You out here fucking that bitch? Huh? You trying to fuck on that bitch? Huh? Yeah. Like, damn, nah, I work with the girl. I know the girl. We work in the same fucking department. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want me to do? Walk around with my fucking head down and shit and don't say hi to a bitch and shit? Like, that's not logical. You know what I'm saying? That's delusional as fuck at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If you were doing your job, you wouldn't have to worry about that shit. Bitch, if you was up here hitting that head like you was supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even be worried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So eventually, like I said, long story short, I got caught cheating a few times. But anytime I got caught cheating is because I was sexually fucking frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to smash, bitch. And you over here, you too tired. You tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, nah, you can either fucking somebody else or you just not into a nigga like that no more. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because any other time, I'll be like, yo, let's make it happen. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Ain't no, oh, I'm tired or ain't no I'm this or I'm that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, let me go take a shower real quick or nigga, you been working all day. You ain't about to be just jump in the bed, think we just gonna be, nah, take your ass in the shower. You know what I'm saying? I'll jump in the shower real quick. You know what I'm saying? It was never nothing. But then when that shit started to slow down, and like I said, we had kids and shit. So naturally those things kind of will slow down. You know what I mean? But not for me at least. You know what I'm saying? Not for me. I still like it was almost like I wanted her more after she had my kids. Like my shit was shooting through the roof. After the kids came, bro, my shit was through the roof with the bitch. Like, damn. I did if I could have had it my way, honestly, y'all, I probably would have been smashing every night. If I can honestly have it my way. That's how I don't know, like my connection to her became very strong after the children, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't getting that same level of it was I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. And it's like, yo, I can't be doing this whole 4 or 5 days. I can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm not capable of doing that. And then you want me to be in a committed fucking relationship. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm too weak for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what I'm saying? A bad bitch walk up with a fat ass or some shit and want a nigga to smash or want to seduce a nigga or some shit like that, I might be going. You know what I'm saying? I might be going. I have those type of problems. And this is something that I've explained to my partner at the end of the day. Like, yo, if we gonna whatchamacallit, listen, my shit is high. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that she already understood. So when you start reeling this shit back, it's like, well, it's either you don't have no problem with me stepping down and getting a side bitch, or you want to catch a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
I said what I said.
but that is mental abuse. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. So, fellas, if y'all in a relationship with a bitch and she ain't giving you no buns, you ain't getting no buns, you ain't getting no top. You know what I'm saying? And she be damned if you get out here and even look at a bitch or even motherfucking talk to a bitch or she catch you watching well, I can't say it because It's YouTube. Watching corn, right? She catch you watching corn. She upset. You out here watching corn? I can't believe you're a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't want to give you no box. You know what I'm saying? You need to get rid of that bitch. That bitch is bad for your health. You know what I'm saying? Bad for your mental health, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because the minute you do slip up, and it's only a matter of time before you do slip up, she gonna be pissed the fuck off at your ass, and you all kind of jerks, and she gonna manipulate the fuck out your ass. Oh, this is why I did it, and did it, and did it. You know what I'm saying? And this is how sometimes some of you fellas end up crashing the fuck out on these bitches. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me let her keep going.
Like it or not, come after me. I don't care. Think about it like buying a home.
Now think about it. Look at this woman right here. This woman, you see that ring on that woman's finger? She out there. She know what she doing. That's why you see. Now listen, I ain't gonna say some of these men out here just get married to be married. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But some women know how to really keep a fucking man and know what makes a man happy and know how to keep this nigga where he needs to be. And if they fail trying, fuck it, they fail trying. But that's not going to stop them and harden up their heart from being what their natural position is. And that's being a fucking woman at the end of the day. Some of these bitches out here want to be fucking men and shit. It's shameful. Know what I'm saying?
You buy a beautiful home. It comes with a wonderful bathroom and a Pound Town talk. If you're in a committed relationship and you're no longer having Pound Town with your man because you just don't feel like it, but you expect him to stay within that relationship and not wander out, not look at corn, not take care of it himself, you're abusing your husband. I said what I said. Like it or not, come after me. I don't care. Think about it like buying a home. You buy a beautiful home. It comes with a wonderful bathroom and a great toilet. And then all of a sudden, 7 months into the freaking marriage or buying this home, they take the toilet out. They rip that motherfucker out and they're like, you can no longer have this toilet. Oh, you want to sell your house? No, you can't sell your house. You have to remain in your house. You have to live in your house and figure it the fuck out because that's your home now. But we're taking the toilet. So don't worry about it. This is ours now.
All right. And some of you fellas are doomed in these relationships. Some of you motherfuckers is already married in these kind of situations. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for some of these guys out here. You know what I mean? But damn, you know what I mean? Like, sheesh. You know what I mean? But that shit is tough. And then this is the crazy part about it. When you go step out, right? And you could be that good man. But when you go and step out, you like, damn. And it's that one bitch. Like, she just, I'm telling you, everybody got that one bitch, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's this one bitch. She coming after your ass. It's only a matter of time before you break and end up smashing that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's human fucking nature. You know what I'm saying? Especially for men. You see what I'm saying? Especially like I said, bro, you ain't getting no shit you ain't getting no sex at home. You know, she you know what I mean? Like, bro, nah, bro, you're gonna smash something else. It is what it is. And then she's gonna manipulate the fuck out of you, make you seem like you the dog ass motherfucker. But it's like, bitch, you the one withholding the sex for me. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to what? I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Especially if I'm like physically attracted to you. Obviously I'm mentally attracted to your ass because I'm with your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm spiritually attracted to your ass. So it's just like, what the fuck? I got all these things of attractment that I am to you at the end of the day, and I can't get nothing back, and I just have to just deal with this shit. Be in a relationship with your ass, and I just have to just deal with that shit. Man, fuck that shit. That is not no way for no fucking man to be living. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Up and down. That is not no way for no man to be living. Straight up.
Like, I know that you're like, well, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, Becky. Of course it doesn't. And that's how a man feels in a relationship after he's been with his wife, significant other, for said amount of time. And she just like, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, my head hurts. Oh, I'm just too tired tonight, babe. Let me do it another time. That man's literally dying inside.
Absolutely. And for all fellas, y'all know how that shit. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. A few times I've crashed out on my baby mom. And not what I mean crashed out, not like, I actually like like crashed out and did some dumb shit. But I'm saying like crashed out. Like I got hot. I was hot. I was so fucking pissed. Like I was so sexually frustrated, dog. I was hot. Like, man, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. Bro, your boy was hot. Hunted hot. Know what I'm saying?
And I promise you, he prefers you over any other women.
And this is a fact. This is a fact. And this is what don't get said about a lot of good men. Know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, shit, you know what I mean? I don't want to creep out. I was cool where I was at. Know what I'm saying? But shit, if you going to be holding out on shit, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. And if I get caught, you know why I got caught. No, I mean, you know why. Well, how could you do something like this? How could you do something? How could you do that? How could you? Yeah, bitch, that's how I can do it because you over here playing games and shit. Know what I'm saying?
But you're literally putting an animal in a corner and starving it. And everybody comes at me and says, "Well, that's wrong. You're making it seem like we need to be sex slaves." No, I don't. I don't think that. But a minimum of 3 times a week or even 2 times a week, that man would be so fucking happy.
Yeah, ladies, y'all out here giving up the buns 2-3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? A man gonna be able to get out here and conquer the world at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be out here thinking y'all just get away with giving up the box 1 time a month and shit and thinking y'all doing something. Like, y'all not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I heard a situation where this one chick, she ain't give this nigga no buns for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? 4 months? Yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way, dog. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
So happy. And if you don't believe me, go on my page and read through some of my comments. And I want to start tagging people, but I also don't want to tag them because I don't want them to have problems if I do show up on her feed and she sees his comment. Because y'all are like, I don't even think men should get married anymore. And I made a whole video on that too because women are vindictive little bitches.
This is a fact. You know what I'm saying? This is a whole fact. Some of these women out here are very vindictive. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they can pull that shit off on some dudes, man. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. So that's just the case about that kind of situation. But as you can see with this woman, this is why this woman married. This is why this woman married. She get up there and tell her like it is. And oh, you must be a pick me. You must be a pick me kind of woman. You must not have no job. You must not have no career. You just make TikTok videos and da 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 da. You know, they try to get in here and make it seem like she's some bitch that just sit in the kitchen all motherfucking day. No, I'm pretty sure this bitch, respectfully, I'm saying this. I'm pretty sure she worked. You know what I'm saying? Do her thing. I don't know if she got kids or nothing like that. But you know, at the end of the day, she worked, do her thing, and take care of her man. Make sure her man getting his goddamn rocks off at the end of the day, so he can motherfucking keep providing for the goddamn family. Because he might be feeling like crashing the fuck out, but he go ahead and hit that thing from the back and shit a few nights a week. Know what I'm saying? Nigga gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? She go ahead and climb on top of the boy real quick. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be straight. All that shit he was stressing about, work and bills and this shit like that. Oh, he good. He gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit more zen to him, to where he can navigate through these things and conquer these goals at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, that's what the fuck we need sometimes. We need that relief. We be built up with so much testosterone and shit like that. You know, we need that relief. And if you in a relationship with a bitch and she ain't giving you no buns, like, yo, what the fuck? What are we doing then? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I in a relationship with you if I can't get no buns? Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. But anyway.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are we opening up Pound Town for the men, or are we just going to continue doing what we're doing?
All right. And let me say this, fellas. A lot of times, too, if your woman is definitely not giving you up the box, somebody else is. That's another thing. Your bitch is definitely running around. She talking to somebody. Somebody else got her interest. Now, so like this TV, how you know that? How you know that, bro? Because I'm telling you, this is how these bitches be getting down a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? They normally have another. Normally, when your bitch start acting weird and shit like that, she normally got somebody she's interested in. You know what I mean? She might be doing the shit on fucking purpose to watch you crash out and do some dumb shit just so she can leave the fucking relationship. You know what I mean? Just so she can just tarnish the shit her goddamn self. But she was the ringleader behind the whole shit because, like I said, she was done fucking with your ass a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, fellas, y'all gotta be careful of sitting up here falling head over heels for some of these hoes, man. I'm gonna keep it a dollar bean with y'all. But anyway, let's come over here real quick.
Number one. Rule number one.
Now this is gonna be more. Now this ain't men up here talking. All right. So for all y'all that, man, tell like this TV, man, you be, man, when it comes to these women, man, these are women saying this shit. Know what I'm saying? Now y'all don't want to hear it from tell like this TV because it comes off aggressive and shit. Know what I'm saying? But when y'all hear this, these are women saying this shit. Know what I'm saying? Women know women. Know what I'm saying? I mean, men know women too, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? I guess it comes on better if a woman is actually saying it, and I'm just speaking behind the shit. Know what I'm saying? But anyway. Let's get into this woman. This woman, what she had to say, real quick. And I bet this woman is married. Okay, either she's married or she's in a very healthy fucking relationship. Okay, but anyway, let's get into it.
Never talk about your man to another man. In fact, never talk about your man to your homegirls, especially your city girl homegirls, or your parents, especially your mama.
All right, and that's a very great rule for women at the end of the day. Stop talking to other men about your man at the end of the day. Because listen, I've been in situations where a chick would talk to me about her man. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. I don't. I really don't. I'm not even thinking about trying to smash, but if she gave me the opportunity, I probably would smash at the end of the day. So it's just like, what the fuck are you talking to me about this nigga for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not your confidant or no shit like that. Like, bitch, I'm trying to get the box. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, and then here's another thing, too. Keeping your family out of your relationships. Keep your friends out of your relationships. You know what I'm saying? Keep your family and friends out of your relationships for as much as possible. Because, like I said, sometimes, you know, your friends really don't have your best interest at heart sometimes when it comes down to relationships. They could just be giving you opinion based off, you know, because they fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But unless you're going to be open and honest with whoever your friend is, you know, then that's the only time I would say that's okay to talk to a friend and vent to a friend. But it can't be a friend of an opposite. It can't be like for instance, like I can vent to.
Trust them. Most of these men who you think are your male friends think that you have male friends, especially your mama. So I'm gonna say this. A lot of you think that you have male friends and that these male friends are here to listen to you and you can trust them. Most of these men who you think are your male friends are sitting in position, waiting for you to get vulnerable enough or stupid enough to vent, and then they're gonna conquer the coochie cat.
All right, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't do male friends, bitch. Oh, you know, like I said, when you dating, you're dating. It's nothing. But when you decide to be in a committed relationship, this is why you gotta try to hold off as much as well, not as long as possible, but before you start throwing them labels on there. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to meet everybody, get all your questions out the door, get everything. You know what I'm saying? What make her tick? Da 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 da. You need to get all that. You need to really dox the bitch before you motherfucking decide to throw a label on there. Because like I said, you go ahead and throw that label on there, dog. That shit could be a shortcoming at the end of the day. Because for me personally, a bitch tell me, oh yeah, you know, I hope you're not insecure. What I need to be insecure about? Or you know, I got male friends. Oh yeah, nah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I don't do the whole man. It ain't got nothing to do with me being insecure. I just don't do the male friend thing. It's just never, it never works out like that. You know what I'm saying? For all that, we might as well just be cool. You know what I'm saying? We might as well be cool for all that. You know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all set with the male friend thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, if somebody you went to school with or, you know, but I'm talking about like male friends, like a nigga that she actually got on her phone and shit like that. Like, nah, I'm cool with that type of shit. Like, I'm not tripping off of some nigga that, you know, she might see at a fucking bar or some shit like that. Like, if these motherfuckers ain't got each other's numbers and shit like that, like, I'm not really tripping off no shit like that. But if that bitch got that nigga number and shit, like, nah, hell yeah, I'm tripping over that. Like, nah, all communication with this nigga must be done. Other than that, I can't jump in no relationship with no bitch like that. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Male friends, let alone she got multiple male friends. I can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal way about shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Now your value is down. And then let me tell you another thing. You think venting to your city girl homegirls, I'm gonna tell you there's two positions that those type of friends are going to play. Number one, she's gonna wait for you to fall back because then she's gonna sleep with your man.
All right, and this is a fact. And I was literally having a conversation with a chick last night, and she was telling me the same type of shit. She's actually done that. You know what I'm saying? Slept with somebody, man. Just did some, some diabolical shit. You know what I'm saying? Did some diabolical shit at the end of the day. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. But you play the whole we listen, don't judge type shit. Listen, don't judge type shit. So I'm just letting this bitch ramble off. And man, yeah, this shit was kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, like I said, yeah, man, there's women that's vindictive like that. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa when it comes down to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They do the same shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've had it happen to me. You know what I mean? My best friend, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, was my best friend. You know what I'm saying? This is my dog. I thought this was like my brother and shit like that. But like I said, I'll vent to this nigga about the bitch. You know what I'm saying? We be fucking hoes and shit like that together. And, come to find out, like I said, this nigga like my bitch. Like I said, it's one thing for you to get the bitch, but then it's another thing to be a rat ass nigga about the shit. And that was the shit that, it wasn't the fact that he got the bitch and that they got in a relationship with each other. That wasn't the problem for me. The problem for me was the telling part. The telling on me part was corny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, you had to get that low? Like, damn, nigga, you really don't fuck with a nigga like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the shit that probably hurt the most because it was like, damn, nigga, like, damn, you went and told this bitch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some sucker nigga shit. I was so defeated by that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like, man, I even gonna crash out because niggas knew how I was. But man, that shit was so defeating, dog. I didn't have a fighting bone in my body. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a fighting bone in my body. I couldn't get I was so crushed. Like, like you say, they show the whatchamacallit, man, you can't just lay in the bed, man, you're gonna be depressed. That's how I was able to get through a lot of situations after, because when that shit happened, I couldn't get out the bed, dog. Like, it was hard for me to function and shit. Like, I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to leave nowhere. I was just fucking crushed. You know what I'm saying? I was embarrassed too. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, damn, I didn't want to do shit with life. You know what I'm saying? I thought life was over, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I lost my bitch. I lost my best friend. I thought life was done with. You know what I'm saying? But, it was what it was. So, yeah, man, y'all got to be careful about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody not your fucking friend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not really your friend, man. So, the ones that's, showing loyalty and shit like that to you, respect for you, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, dog, you got to really, do right by these people, man, straight up and down, man, because, like I said, a lot of people you think is cool with you, dog, they not really cool with you like that. The minute your ass turn around, they talking hella shit about you, you know what I'm saying? So be careful out here, you know what I'm saying, who you venting to and shit like that, because, everybody don't have your best interest at heart, all right? So, and let's go to the second one.
Number two, she's going to convince you to leave that relationship so you can be a city girl too because misery loves company.
And that's a fact, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes will do that as well. You know what I'm saying? You remember like the international players club with that song with Andre 3 Outkast, UGK. They had that song and shit. And he like, man, you really gonna marry this girl? You really gonna marry this girl? And he like, man, yeah, man, da 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 da. He like, y'all gonna be when we get old, y'all gonna be the only old niggas in the club in a rocking chair, talking that shit. So at the end of the day, you'll have people like that. You know what I'm saying? But when people really respect your decision and what you want to do, okay, cool. They gonna ride with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, listen, I don't agree with you fucking with this bitch, dog. But if that shit would make you happy, dog, then nigga, you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? But, if it don't work out, nigga, don't be getting mad at me, nigga, when I'm when we having conversations about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be getting pissed off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the right to get pissed off when I try to warn your ass. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But when somebody's supportive of your decisions, then to just be supportive. But some of these niggas ain't supportive. They like, nah, nigga, don't fuck with that bitch, dog. You crazy, dog. You crazy, man. We gotta be out here getting these hoes, dog. Keep fucking these bitches, dog. Keep standing on these bitches. Keep standing on business on these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, everybody want to find some love, nigga. Goddamn, nigga. It's only so much standing on a bitch you can do your entire goddamn life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to meet their goddamn somebody to grow old with. It is what it is. And the problem with these relationships nowadays too is that motherfuckers run from the first sign of adversity. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why your grandparents was together 50 years. You telling me these niggas was together 50 years? Grandma ain't let somebody else clap the cheeks? Or motherfucking granddad wasn't running around the streets ripping and running fucking these hoes? You a fucking lie. You a fucking lie. They wasn't arguing. They wasn't fighting and shit like that. Of course the fuck they was. You know what I'm saying? But their love for each other, that shit was stronger than anything. So, a nigga clap, I don't know, that's kind of devastating for a man, though. A nigga clapping your bitch cheeks and forgiving her over that, you gotta really love that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, you know what I'm saying? Because a man pride is damn near everything, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, nigga done clap the cheeks, it's hard to kind of get over that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you done let that nigga smash, man, that's some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That shit hard for a man to recover from, you know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But anyway.
Now, I ain't saying nothing's wrong with the City Girls. That's a movement. I support it. However, a lot of you think that you have a circle of friends that you actually do not have. A lot of you think that you have a lot of people that are extremely loyal to you, that are around you, but you really do not have that. There are a lot of people that are sitting right next to you right now that you believe have some loyalty and you can trust in, but those people are secretly in competition with you and they want what you have.
All right, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that situations. I'm still going through those kind of situations at the end of the day. Right? Like I said, bro, you'll be literally thinking somebody really fuck with you, dog, and they don't fuck with you, nigga. I mean, as soon as you fucking leave the premises, motherfucker, man, man, that motherfucker, man, that motherfucker, man, that motherfucker, man, that motherfucker ain't shit, that motherfucker this, motherfucker that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be on kind of weird competitions and shit with you. Like, dog, I'm not competing against you, dog. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I will go through this shit a lot in general, but at my job, a lot of my jobs, I would go through these like secret like, bro, I'm not in competition with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I mean, he did 90 packs. I mean, I did 75. I did 75 in 6 hours. Okay, nigga, and nigga, like, what were you trying to get out of this, dog? Like, like where are we going with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you in competition with? If you in competition, say you in competition. I'd rather motherfucker just be honest about the shit. Like, yeah, nigga, you think you better than me, nigga? I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather nigga just go ahead and come out with it. You know what I'm saying? At least I know it's a competition. You know what I'm saying? Man, motherfucker be in secret kind of competitions with y'all. Y'all females should be the same way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up there thinking that's your home girl and shit like that. She come through the crib. She want to get all dressed, all body looking nice and all that. She want to make sure she come in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I gotta use your bathroom, girl. Girl, I can use your bathroom real quick, girl. You know what I'm saying? Come up in there, ass all poking out, titties all perky and shit like that. Come up in there, smelling all good, trying to walk around your man and shit like that. You know what I mean? Tell you, that's how some of these women be doing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all niggas gotta be careful out here. You know what I'm saying? Men, same way. You know what I'm saying? Dude being mad extra around your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, calm down, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what you trying to compete for my girl love, nigga? Like, what the fuck wrong with you, weird ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't even play like that. You know what I'm saying? If that's your shorty, I barely want to even talk to your shorty. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got a level of respect for you, I don't want to talk to your shorty. First of all, your shorty shouldn't even be in my face any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? If she has any respect for you, she not going to be in my face. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. Some might say, oh, tell like this TV, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. Hey, man, it is what it is, dog. You know what I'm saying? This is what I know works for me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't play that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If that's because, like I said, one thing my uncle told me one day, which he was absolutely right. May he rest in peace. He was like, you know, look, man, I'm gonna tell you, a hard dick ain't loyal to nobody. And at first I laughed at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really laughed. I was like, yo, that shit is funny as fuck. But then when I like, as I've matured, got older, went through my own personal situations and this, that, and the third, I was like, damn, like, now where I'm at now, I'm like, yeah, nah, that shit was valid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Even though I still carried that, even after he told me that, but it was just like, damn, nah, that's true because, then I ended up experiencing situation with my boy, experienced different situation with people I thought I was cool with and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, man, hard dick ain't loyal to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So your bitch should not be in no nigga face having no kind of conversation, you know what I'm saying? No type of none of that shit. Because, like I said, if she can make that nigga dick hard and she's willing to go, nigga, he gonna fuck this bitch regardless. Oh, don't tell him, don't tell him, don't tell him. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Nigga, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going down at the end of the day. So anyway, let me let this keep going.
You really have to sit back and start evaluating the people.
And yeah, man. So y'all be careful out here, man. Anyway, let me come up here real quick. Let's come to this goddamn beast of a woman right here and shit real quick. Let's come up here. And this is type. See, those two women I played right
That
there.
they do not.
Those type of women
If
I
a
played
man
right
ever
there.
bra-
These women right here are probably fucking single. Okay. And this is the kind of bullshit you get from some of these loudmouth beast of women running around here in these streets trying to get chose, okay? Trying to get, ma'am, nobody wants to choose a fucking wild animal, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Have a great time with you. Might finesse you out your drawers, tell you everything that you want to hear, but ain't nobody trying to get serious with you. It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Those first two women that I played, obviously the first one you can see on her finger, you know what I'm saying? Her man definitely, went all out for her. You know what I'm saying? And the second woman that I just played, we can't see her body and hands and shit like that. But I can guarantee you this woman is in a healthy, if she's not married, she's in a healthy relationship. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But women like this is a baby mama right here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. This is a straight baby mama. You know what I'm saying? If she even got kids. You know what I'm saying? This baby mama talk. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know when a bitch is just a baby mama. She done literally ran her nigga off. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into it.
brags that they do not chase women. If a man ever brags that they do not chase women, oh, she's falling down. If they brag that they do not chase women, if they brag that they're not going to go out of their way for women, you, like men, you want to be a princess. You want a man to chase.
Wow. So here's my thing. I don't chase bitches. I really don't. I do not chase women. I swear to God I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't like men, bitch. You see what I'm saying? And see, it's delusional bitches like this that'll jump their ass on the internet saying fucking anything. No, because the nigga maybe you want is not running down your fucking timeline, stalking the fuck out you and blowing your phone up and doing all type of weird shit, and he going about his fucking business, does not make that nigga gay. He probably just not interested in your ass. Or he probably got better shit to do than be chasing some fucking 304 at the end of the day. Or some bitch, you know what I'm saying? A nigga go through enough heartbreaks and dealing with these bitches, he like, look, dog, I'm just gonna take some time for myself. I'm gonna get my life together. You know what I'm saying? A nigga could be doing anything on why he's not chasing no bitch. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, just cause, you know what I mean? Oh man, a man supposed to what? He supposed to be tricking off all his fucking money on a bitch. Y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all hoes is insane. Man, you meet a man the first day, he supposed to be fucking Captain Save-A-Ho and shit like that. Like, man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. After a man who done that shit a few times, you be like, nah, man, look, bro, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there was one bitch, we cool now, but, I had to be straight up with the bitch. Like, yo, I know you trying to go out and shit like that, but, like, you got your own bread and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to be, you know what I mean? Because I've been on dates with bitches and then, we get to the date and shit, and it's like I'm paying for everything. It's like, and then, I'm not getting the draws after. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting nothing out of this at the end of the day, but just to be looking in the bitch face, having a conversation, I could be doing better shit than that. I could be doing better shit than that. You know what I'm saying? I can go to a strip club and do some shit. If I want to just throw some money and look at a bitch at the end of the day, I can go to the strip club for that. See what I'm saying? I can go to the strip club for that. I am not looking for some form of love at this point. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we getting to know each other. But if you got your own money, I got my own money, cool. None of us loses out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Actually, we both win. All right? But you're not about to come up here and, so I asked the bitch if she had her own money and shit like that. And, she got kind of hot what kind of bitch you think I am? Da 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 da. But you know, I just recently kind of hit her up, and yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, you know, anyway. But yeah, this bitch out here talking about a man don't chase women. Cause we chasing goals, bitch. That's why we chasing goals. We chasing money. You know what I'm saying? That's what we chasing. You know what I'm saying? We chasing some form of a legacy or something. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got time to be running around here chasing no goddamn women. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And like to me personally, I always say that the men are the prize. You know what I'm saying? The men are the prize, not these women. You know what I'm saying? Women are not the prize. There's too many fucking women out here that you can go ahead and fix up and doll up and do, and you know what I mean? And build a bitch at the end of the day. You can literally build a bitch. You cannot build no man. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. See, that nigga got it or he don't. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But anyway.
You, they haven't admitted to themselves that they are like actually gay, okay? Because a guy who, like, guys know, like, it's not about chasing women in particular, like, it's more about pursuing a woman, okay? If they're like bragging that they do not pursue women, like, you're kind of girly, kind of weird.
So it's girly if you're not pursuing a woman, but if and this is what I be meaning, like some of these bitches be confused because some of these women don't, you know, the man that listen, these women always make the bad mistakes anyway. It is what it is. These type of women, at least. The man that ain't paying them no fucking mind, these are the men that they want. You see what I'm saying? This is how delusional that some of these bitches' minds be working. The man that's paying them no fucking mind want nothing to do with they ass. You know what I'm saying? Literally, don't want nothing to do. They probably got badder shit than this bitch. We just gonna use her because she's in the video. There's badder shit than this bitch that these men are already dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But so they're not thinking about no bitch like this. You know what I'm saying? They're not. You know what I'm saying? But the motherfuckers that's actually, you know, would take this bitch serious, would want to have kids with this bitch, want to be in a committed relationship with this bitch, want to be, and they're actually pursuing the bitch. She's shooting them the fuck down. Shooting them the fuck. Pa, 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 pa. Oh, mama, I just shot a man down. Rihanna out here. Know what I'm saying? Oh, Rihanna ass bitch out here. Know what I'm saying? And take pride in shooting niggas down. Know what I'm saying? Oh, no, they ain't my type. They ain't my type. Six-figure nigga, that's my type. That's my type. Well, that six-figure nigga already got some bitches that he already look better than, so there's no need for him to be running around here pursuing. He got a stable, a roster of bitches. He don't need to be pursuing you. You know what I'm saying? Who thought you supposed to be the end-all, be-all out here? You know what I'm saying? Just because the nigga you thought and find mighty attractive treated your ass like you wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to say like he was being disrespectful or something, but he just not pursuing you. He's not even really looking at you like that. He might glance and, all right, what's up? You know, she kind of cute, but, you know, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Or that's not even my type anyway. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this nigga girly. He girly. He gay. No, he just not into you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Men can have standards too. I know, you know, sometimes we might go into, you know what I mean? It is what it is, right? But, you know, we got standards too. You know what I'm saying? And just because a man ain't thirsty for no bitch and shit like that does not mean that this nigga's gay or girly. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the niggas you fuck with is girly. You know what I'm saying? And low key on the DL and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get up here and try to push this shit on all men because niggas ain't chasing your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And the niggas that is chasing your ass, giving your ass all the attention and shit that you want and need and desire for, you shooting them down. You don't give a fuck about them. You treating them like shit. You using them. You know what I'm saying? You manipulating him. You know what I mean? Doing all kind of weird, crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga who don't give a fuck about your ass like that, you want to get this nigga the moon and the stars. You want to get this nigga all prime time head and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to deep throat and be the nasty whore that you want him to desire and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking bitch.
It's just not a flex because the girls that are actually of high quality are going to not chase you. They're not going to chase your validation. They're not
Lies.
going to go out of their way to prove to you that they're worth being picked.
Lies.
Okay, because a lot of the high quality women that you want are going to require you to pursue them.
Lies. Okay, fellas, this is lies. Lies. This bitch is capping. You know what I'm saying? Now listen, at the end of the day, you got to date within your means, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, if you were some kind of, if this bitch is listen, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you, all right, if this bitch is like some kind of millionaire, you know what I'm saying? If she's some kind of millionaire, fellas, every man is gonna pursue a female. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, it is what it is. You're gonna pursue a female. Even if you got no shot at it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You may not have a shot at it, but it's like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot my shot. You know what I'm saying? If that shit go in, it go in. If it don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But every male is on some form of pursuit for a female, right? But at the end of the day, fellas got to date within their means. You know what I'm saying? Don't get out here trying to get you a nigga that work at McDonald's. You trying to bag a bitch that's got her fucking PhD and shit, and is a fucking top CEO of a goddamn Fortune 500 company. Like, brother, you're not gonna get that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to shoot in there. I ain't gonna say never, but never. You know what I'm saying? No bitch is not gonna fuck with you. She gonna want to fuck with a nigga that's at least somewhere in her, bracket or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Nigga at McDonald's ain't never bagged no rich bitch. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But a nigga who's rich might bag a bitch at McDonald's and take this bitch serious and elevate this bitch. And this is why, that's what I'm saying, like, men at the end of the day gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it'd be a bitch that's Fortune 500 company, and like I said, it'd be another it'd be a male that's just as rich as this bitch, probably make more money than this bitch, but he ain't gonna want to deal with that broad at the end of the day. He may not even really pursue that broad at the end of the day, because why, that bitch is gonna want it. She's gonna want to get chose on. You know what I'm saying? She gonna want to get chose on. Meanwhile, this little bitch at McDonald's, might be in the same club and shit like that. But, she fine. You know what I'm saying? She fine at the end of the day. And that nigga might be like, yo, who is that? And she might be like, who that nigga? And she might make the attempt to actually chase what she wants. And she go over there to that nigga, and she don't know nothing about this nigga and shit like that. And she like, I just want this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I want this nigga this is what I want. This is the type of man that I want. Not knowing what he do for his career or anything like that. Just, appearance wise, this is what she want. You know what I mean? Most women know what they want when they see it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, they fuck around, get together, get married. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, this bitch who Fortune 500 company, you know what I'm saying? She's still waiting for somebody to come chase her ass.
And yes, I am referring to pursuing, not chasing. So if a woman's not showing any signs of interest, of course the guy shouldn't have to chase them, right? But if you're bragging that, oh yeah, like I just, I'm not going to chase a woman. I'm going to have her come to me. I'm not going to pursue women. I'm going to have her come to me. She needs to show me that she's worth being with. Like, I'm sorry, in what world? You are not the prize. The woman is the prize.
Here we go again. Here we go. This is one of these kind of broads. The woman is the prize. You know what I'm saying? This is one of these kind of broads. I figured, all right.
Always. And if you think you're the prize, sir, I think you need to be with men. You need to be with men.
So now we need it. So now Tell Like It Is TV, and shout out to Anton Daniels. So Tell Like It Is TV, Anton Daniels, any man that thinks like that they're the prize, that we need to be with other men. This is come on now. This is childish as fuck. And this bitch don't believe the shit she's saying. She just up here talking at the end of the day. This is what happens when you get people a goddamn platform and a mic. You know what I'm saying? You get people to get up here and say stupid ass shit at the end of the day for agendas. You know what I mean? But anyway.
And you have to acknowledge the fact that you might possibly be gay. And that's okay. Just learn to accept it. Stop complaining, because the girls that you really want are going to require a little bit of effort. Sorry, sir.
All right, so the girls that we really want are going to require a little bit of effort. Ma'am, no, it's not. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I don't want no bitch that I got to constantly keep motherfucking being a goddamn clown show for. You know what I'm saying? If I got to constantly be in a clown show, I got to constantly buy you things. I got to constantly entertain your ass. I got to constantly do this type of shit for you. Then what the fuck am I doing for real besides you being a bill and wasting and draining my motherfucking energy? I'm straight on that. You know what I'm saying? I am straight on that. You know what I'm saying? But give me a good bitch though. Give me a good bitch. I'm cool with that. I can settle down with that. But you know what I mean? I constantly gotta prove myself. This is one of these kind of females where you gotta constantly prove yourself to these bitches. Like, nah, I'm cool on that, bro.
So let's hold off for a second and let's just say
Fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse. Now listen, I don't agree with everything Anton Daniels be out here talking about. I'm gonna keep it a dollar beam with y'all niggas, right? But there's a lot of things I do agree with it. So anyway though, but fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse.
address the elephant in the room because I already know the chat is gonna do it, so I might as well just go ahead and do it for you while we're having this conversation. When did regular, basic, super basic, regular, regular, super basic, basic, super regular chicks, and that's just putting it nicely, start having an opinion on what men should do? Honestly, real talk. Like, who told them, like, yo, yes, it is okay for you to start having an opinion on what greatness looks like or what men should do? And you know, round faces, all of that stuff. I don't really care about how it is that y'all label it. But good God, what is y'all talking about? What are y'all doing? Like, why do y'all feel the need to be able to go out here and say some of the wildest things, and then I be getting it in my inbox, and occasionally I like to entertain it. You know what I'm saying? And so we got women out here saying what men should and shouldn't do when it comes to how it is that they're pursuing women, as though they know, as though they get it, as though they fit that bill or that narrative as to what men should do.
All right. So you know it is what it is, man. But like I said, you know, like I said, this is the type of chick that's definitely a baby mama. Okay, she don't get her way, she gonna cry, kick, scream, manipulate. A little bit more manipulating, some more manipulating, and did I sprinkle some more manipulation on there? Yes, I did. So this is why, you know, don't nobody chase no bitch like this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, or pursue, right? Let's say pursue, right? So, and she contradicted herself. I'm not telling you to chase, but you at least got to put a little effort. You got to pursue. Well, ma'am, that's kind of chasing. But anyway, man, we'll let you live on that. The motherfuckers that your ass need to be getting with, you turning these niggas down. You want nothing to do with them. You're still waiting for the six-figure nigga. That's my type. That's my type. That's my type. You still waiting or wishing upon a star around here. You know what I'm saying? You got the man at the corporate office over there working for the post office that love your dog ass at the end of the day. That love everything about your dog ass. You know, your little round head and shit like that, bitch. You know what I'm saying? She got to be thick though. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. I think she is thick. You know what I'm saying? Love everything about your little thick ass and shit like that. You know what I mean? But you get that nigga no time of day. You get that nigga no time of day. None whatsoever. He's putting in effort. He's calling you. He's texting you every day. He's motherfucking, you know, reaching out to your ass every day. If not every day, every other day. Or every other 2 days, 3 days. He ain't doing you like some of these other... And this is the shit that be, like, irritating me sometimes. Like one time I had my baby mom, right? So my baby mom told me, I was like, I forgot what the fuck I asked her. I asked her about some shit. And I think I asked her like going out on a date or some shit like that with her. Just take her out or whatever. And she said some shit like, and the shit pissed me off. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. She was like, what the fuck she said? She was like, oh yeah, if you wanna go out, you're gonna have to like take me to take me to get my nails done. I forgot what I asked. I was being silly though. I forgot what we was talking about, but I was being silly and I like asked her like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna come over there, you know, we're gonna cuddle, we're gonna be a family or some shit like that. I was just joking though. But she was like, oh, if you want that to happen, you're gonna have to take me out to eat. You're gonna take me to get my nails done. I was like, yo, you and I put in the whatchamacallit. I was like, yeah, did you tell that shit to that nigga you fucked? You know what I'm saying? Did he have to do all that for you, or did you just you know, got a hotel and y'all had a few conversations and y'all made it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm petty like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm petty like that. You know what I'm saying? So don't get to playing with me because Tell Like This TV is super petty. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that shit. You ain't gonna try to play me out and shit like I gotta do this and I gotta do that just to be with do something with your ass, which I was just joking around anyway. I really just want to do it. You know, we was gonna do some shit for the kids and stuff like that. But I was just joking. You know what I'm saying? But that shit kind of pissed me off when she said that shit because I was like, well, did you tell that shit to that nigga you fucked? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You went out there with the hotel and all that. Did you tell that nigga? Did he have to do all that for you? You know what I'm saying? Or y'all got a bottle of Tito's, motherfucking a hotel room and a conversation, and he clapped the cheeks. But I gotta go through the moon and the stars to have dinner with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Or watch a movie together as a family. Oh yeah, you got the game fucked up. I was like, yeah, you just pissed me off with that shit on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Nah, don't play with Tell Like It Is TV. Don't play with me like that. I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? That's like treating a nigga like a stone cold sucker. You know what I'm saying? Stone cold sucker. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you talking about. But anyway, but this is the type of shit these bitches be on though, dog. They be wanting you to go through the moon, the star, and the suns before another nigga. That other nigga does not have to put nowhere near the effort that the man that's actually pursuing it actually wants something to do with her at the end of the day. These are just the facts. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be the nigga who put the least effort in that's going to get the most out of a bitch. But anyway, let's come over here real quick. Especially delusional ass bitches like this. But anyway, let me come over here real quick. Cause this nigga is funny as hell. I fuck with this nigga. This nigga Ugly Money.
Fuck up, bro. If that.
So this nigga Ugly Money be having.
We don't have to shut the.
Hold on. So this nigga Ugly Money, shout out to him. You know, his podcast funny. I kind of discovered him on Facebook just scrolling down one day. You know, he be having these women come up here. And some of these women, dog, yo, I'm telling you, some of these women, they really be thinking like this. And it's wild, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. You know what I mean? Some of the shit these bitches be saying. But anyway, let's get into it.
Fuck up, bro. If that's what you like, then get what you like, and good luck. I hope you find it. I like something else, and I hope I find it too. Good luck to both.
Name me one billionaire outside of Oprah that did it on her own.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
There isn't one. Hey, I'll tell you about the richest women in the world. Google that shit. Guess where they got their riches from? Divorce. That means they didn't do it on their own. Success is a team sport. No matter how you think about it, a man needs a woman. Hold on. A man needs a woman just as much as a woman needs a man.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And this whole dynamic of these gender wars going on the internet have caused a lot of these women to get delusional, and some of this shit has caused a lot of men to get delusional. You know what I'm saying? With like these MGTOW niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I can't stand no MGTOW. I can't stand no bitch nigga up here crying about women all day. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Man, these women will break your heart, man. These women, man. Every fucking video, these niggas are crying about women. Like, damn, nigga. Like, nigga, damn, nigga. Like, sheesh, nigga. Yeah, man, that's why you gotta be. They low-key want you to be scared of women. See, tell like this, I don't tell you niggas to be scared of women. I tell you niggas to be careful of these women. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's a total difference. These niggas want you to be scared of these women. Man, don't worry about these bitches, man. Leave these bitches alone, dog. Don't have no fun. Nope. Don't even have no fun with no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because she gonna break your heart. She gonna break your heart, man. I'm telling you, man. She gonna break your heart, dog. You know what I'm saying? They don't want a nigga finding no love. Like, damn, nigga, I can't find no love, nigga. Damn. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, I can't stand no MGTOW nigga, straight up and down. But a man does need a woman, and a woman does need a man. That was a great point that he made, though. The richest women in the world are pretty much coming from divorce. See what I'm saying? So it's not some shit that they actually built up. It's all the shit that the man has built up. And that's what it is. And that's why the man is the fucking prize. You know what I'm saying? I don't get this whole thing of, you know, the women being like, listen, if the woman's the prize, then I must be working at McDonald's and this bitch must be Oprah Winfrey or some shit like that. That's the only way I can see this shit being a prize kind of catch. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that nigga lucked out, man. That nigga dealing with Oprah. You know what I'm saying? That nigga hitting Oprah. The word. That nigga, I seen that nigga in the drive-thru the other day. Now this nigga with Oprah and shit. Man, that nigga winning. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, come on, dog.
It's all women can do about themselves. Shit is what's wrong with the fucking culture today. I can look at you and say, your strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa.
And that's a fact, especially when it comes down to having kids. See what I'm saying? Like, where my situation was with my baby mom, like, she was like the yin to my yang. So where I was like, you know, old school kind of approach to things, she could be like the healer to things. You know what I'm saying? But now it's totally a different situation. She has to play both roles. And that shit is not easier for her to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy for no woman to do that. You can't be the man and the woman in the relationship. You can't. And just like when a bitch is tell a motherfucker, for those that have dealt with, you know, women and shit like that, and especially when it comes down to kids, I could do bad all by myself. Bitch, you gonna do bad all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. You're gonna do bad all by yourself. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not meant to be like, especially with kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant to be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant to be for you to be a single mom and shit like that. That's, you know what I'm saying? For those of us who grown around single mothers, you know how hard that shit was for your mom to struggle and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a single mom. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard on them. You know what I'm saying? It's hard on them, straight up. You know what I mean? So I know what that shit is like, firsthand. All my well, not all my friends, but all my friends that I've grown up with. You know what I'm saying? All single mothers. You know what I'm saying? We didn't grow up in the projects though. We, in the hood, you got houses and shit like that. But still, all single parent households. You know what I mean? So, that shit is never easy. You know what I'm saying? It's never easy. You need the yin and the yang at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Value to me. How is it so hard for you to see the value in me, though? I understand that you got a Benz. I got a Benz, too. I have value, too. We can see the value in women. But as soon as women start getting some money, it's like they forget who the fuck goddamn put them in position to make it.
Woo! That's, yo. Now, listen. Oh, my goodness. Dog, I'm telling you, Listen. And this is one relationship that I had one time. So, anyway. So this one chick, anyway, I was dealing with, she needed, she had a career going for herself. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. She had a career going for herself. And so, I kind of played the back role so she can, do what she need to do, right? There it is. I'm putting my whole life on standstill. This is why, I be passionate about the shit I be talking about sometimes. But anyway, I put my whole shit on the back burner for this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And let this bitch pursue her dreams and her career and what she wanted to do and go to school, the whole blase, right? Only for this bitch to get in position, get, the jobs and start making the money that she wanted to get, to change on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Totally change on a nigga and act like, what I'm doing now ain't nothing and all that. Like, bitch, you wouldn't even got to that position if I didn't fucking, sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I said, some women will do you like that, straight up. Some women will do you like that, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying?
Last time I checked, most of these businesses that these women are making all this money for were ran and owned by men. OnlyFans, you know who made that? A man. Lip gloss, you know who made that? A man. Hair weave, you know who created that? A man. Mercedes-Benz, a man. So how are y'all getting so goddamn high-strung on your high horses about niggas ain't shitty, you don't need a nigga, when everything of your existence was created by a man?
She's cooked. She's absolutely cooked. She ain't got nothing to say. She, and that's why I love that show, because he be doing the little noises in between and then hitting her with the little jabs and punches and uppercuts and shit like that. Not, literally, but, ain't nothing to cut. You can't rebuttal that. You know what I'm saying? You can't rebuttal that. Straight up and down. You're cooked. You're cooked. Only thing you can do is get mad, start getting sassy and shit, and just start saying niggas ain't shit. That's the only shit to revert to when you get cooked in a conversation like this. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. She seemed like she was real salty and shit like that. He be cooking these women on air though, straight up and down. But anyway, I'm gonna end it off with this video. I don't even think I was gonna. I ain't even mean to put this one up here, but anyway, here's another thing too, real quick. Put this up here real quick. This is my last little video. I didn't even mean to bookmark this, but whatever it is, it's already up here. But anyway, so this woman up here basically says how to make her think about you. Okay, so we're gonna end this off right here, fellas. You know what I'm saying? The MGTOW niggas and shit, they be running around here telling y'all niggas, man, I'm telling you, man, you gotta leave women alone, man. These women, man, they out here breaking hearts, man. They out here breaking hearts, dog. Listen, man, I ain't never fallen in love ever again, man. I'm MGTOW, man. We going our own way. Now, them niggas might be gay. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a bitch was going, listen, if that, like, for instance, that last, that last broad that I had up there, if that bitch was talking about the MGTOW movement, then I kind of understand that. You know what I'm saying? But you just out here, if a man ain't chasing no woman, he girly, he gay. Like, what? Nah. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? That is not the case. You know what I'm saying? Some men not chasing these bitches because, like I said, they got their goals and shit that they need to accomplish. They not ready. They know they not ready for a woman yet. You might not just be their type. You know what I'm saying? They might have 4 or 5 hoes already, and they don't need no other bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things of why a man may not be chasing your ass at the end of the day. But you know, don't get out here and just be like, oh yeah, that nigga he like men just because he ain't trying to holler at you. This nigga gay or some shit. Like, it's crazy. The delusion of some of these broads is ridiculous.
Women think about you when you're not around. It's not your looks, it's not your money, it's definitely not texting her good morning every single day like a desperate puppy.
Yo, and this is crazy because this is something I did have to learn with a few broads too. Like, you know, all that texting and shit every day shit. Like, you know, I had to learn that shit a hard way. I actually lost a few broads doing that type of shit, trying to be the nice guy and shit, texting every day, this, that, and the third. Nah, that shit gets boring to a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And you come across super desperate. You know what I'm saying? You do. When I look back at the shit, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that shit did come off a little desperate and shit. I'm like, damn. I mean, I did want to smash and shit like that, but it was just like, yeah, that shit was coming off kind of desperate and shit. You know what I mean? Make that bitch miss a nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't hit the bitch for a little while. You know what I mean? Like, don't be responding back instantly and shit. Like, it's a respectable time frame, but she texts, you texting right back. She texts, you texting right back. She texts, you texting right back. Like, you know, that type of shit right there, that's signs of desperation and shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know what I mean? And if she one of these kind of females that's juggling dudes, you know, you definitely can be put on the friend zone.
In fact, if you're doing that, she's probably rolling her eyes while another guy who barely texts her is taking up all that mental space. Here's the truth. Making a woman miss you isn't about manipulation. It's about triggering her natural curiosity, her emotional attachment, and that little voice in her head that whispers, why isn't he chasing me? Truth is, people don't miss people. They miss the way people make them feel. If all you bring is surface level conversations and what are you up to text messages, there's nothing for her to hold on to once you're gone. Your job is to plant little emotional hooks that stick in her mind long after you leave. That could be an inside joke only the two of you understand, a nickname only you call her, a moment where you understood her better than she understood herself, etc. Now these
She leaving out one main part, the D, okay, fellas? She left out one main part as well, too, the D, okay, fellas? If you're in there slam dunking a bitch, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be thinking about you. And especially if you not hitting her back right after, she like, hold up, what was wrong with me? Did he not like it? Did he? Was it good enough for him, or why he not hitting me back? You know what I'm saying? I've definitely done some bitches like that. Cat was phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, fuck that. Nah, hell no, I ain't gonna hit this bitch back. I'm gonna wait for this bitch to hit me. And they'll play the same game with you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you go ahead and get the box, you leave the crib and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? They'll play the same game with you. I'm gonna see if this nigga gonna hit me back. Nope, I'm not gonna hit you back, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait for you to hit me, you know what I'm saying? But that's how you do it too. The D, okay? The D will keep you on her mind. Because if your ass ain't out here, I mean, you must be having a amazing fucking conversation or giving this bitch tips on investments or some shit like that for this bitch to be thinking about you in general conversation. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like I said, the main thing, fellas, the D. You know what I'm saying? So get y'all testosterone up. You know what I'm saying? Because when she give you that opportunity, fellas, you're gonna have to motherfucking lay it down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to lay the wood down on the bitch. And, make that bitch not forget it. You know what I'm saying? I got to get it. You won't forget it. Cause you under your name on. I go where he won't go. Shout out to Cisco. I got to get it. Just let me hit it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to goddamn Cisco. I'm actually about to download that song real quick. That song was that was one of my joints back in the day. Straight up. I used to listen to that shit before I go play basketball and shit. But anyway, let me let this woman keep going.
is what I call mental souvenirs. Every time she hears that song you played, uses that phrase you said, or sees that place you took her to, she's pulled right back into the memory of you. And here's the beauty. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. Once she associates those feelings with you, your absence won't just be silence. It'll feel like something's missing from her life. And that's what you want.
All right, and here's another thing too. I had a conversation with this chick too last night, and you know the way this chick is wired and operated, like if you, and like I said, sometimes this is a lot of women like this though, but you know if you tell her not to do something, she's gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And there's some women that's really wired like that. So if you're not, and these type of women, if you're not hitting them up, then they're gonna wonder why you're not hitting them up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why this nigga ain't hit me up? You know what I'm saying? Why he ain't responding back and shit? Like, what the fuck is going on? She's generously gonna get curious and shit. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I like to talk to females and talk about shit like that at the end of the day because I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's in the psyche of a lot of these hoes. You know what I'm saying? And they may not be hoes and shit, but I'm just saying that, you know, y'all know how I be talking. You know, this is locker room talk over here. Tell like it is TV. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the women. This is strictly for ancient American brothers. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's welcome, but, you know, this is what they call hood talk or street talk or locker room talk or whatever. This is different over here. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. This video kind of went longer than what I thought it would. But fellas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful out here in the world of dealing with these women, man. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. And don't be no fucking prisoner to none of that shit at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? These women manipulate you. Y'all fellas keep chasing y'all goals. Anything y'all need to be chasing is chasing that money, chasing your goals, chasing your career. And don't put your career, nothing comes before the grind, fellas. Always remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? I tell every single young person, you know, that I've worked with, that I be around, you know, I tell them, man, look, man, chase that grind. You know, chase nothing but the fucking grind. You know what I'm saying? Because them hoes, they going to come with that. You know what I'm saying? They going to come with that. And in the midst of that, you might find your wife, but you don't stop that shit. You listen, you take no breaks off on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You go 110% at chasing your fucking goals and getting that fucking money at the end of the day. Straight up and down. Chase that shit 110%. Everything else will fall in line. You know what I mean? And if some bitch is in the situation, she's trying to deter you from chasing that bag. Like, listen, I had to stop fucking with a bitch. This bitch had the audacity. This shit pissed me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because the dude that kind of introduced us, he keep bringing this bitch up to me, and the shit be like aggravating me. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Why you keep bringing this girl up to me? Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it pisses me off because anyway. So I'm gonna get into the situation. So I'm fucking with this little young bitch and shit. So she comes through. She comes through. Now listen, I kind of like the little young bitch. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you, but anyway, she comes through. Well, she was supposed to come through. For whatever reason, she didn't come through, right? But that day she was supposed to like get her car fixed. You know, I told her, you know, go get your car fixed because you need to get this shit done. You gonna fuck your car up if you don't get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like her brake pads and shit was squeaking and doing all that weird ass noises and shit. I'm like, yo, you need to go get that shit done ASAP, especially if you're gonna be ripping and running through the streets, doing Uber Eats and Door Dashing and all that shit. Yeah, bitch, you need to go get that shit done ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Or if not, your ass you're gonna fuck your shit up even worse. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with cars and shit like that, you can't be prolonging shit. If your shit is already like bad, then go get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's no, I want to go chill. I want to go have some fun. And ain't no none of that shit, bitch, because you going to be walking and shit like that if your ass don't get this fucking car fixed. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I go to work, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, I speak to her after. So after work, I get out. You know, she's supposed to get up. We supposed to get up after that. So I'm like, yo, what happened with the, I was like, yo, you take it out there to your father, go get their car fixed? She's like, nah, I had other things to do. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, yo, you got to go get that shit fixed. What do you mean you had other things to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go get that done. You ain't going to have no car. And the minute I said that, she wanted to hang up the phone. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, she called herself getting an attitude with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to give this bitch the game like, yo, you got to get that done or you're going to do serious fucking damage. Not only to yourself, but, I mean, not only to the car, but to your fucking self because you can get in a fucking accident, dumb bitch. But anyway, whatever. She don't listen. She calls me back probably later on in the night. It's probably like 12, 12:30. Mind you, I work. You know what I mean? I work, I bust my ass every day. You know what I mean? So fucking, well, almost every day. It feels like every day sometimes. But anyway, um, so yeah, I'm like, yo, what's up? She like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come through. Da da da. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. If you gonna come through, let me know because I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up in the morning for work. So if you're gonna be chilling and shit like that, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this ain't my bitch, you know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck. But I'm like, yo, if you gonna be chilling and shit like that, go ahead and do your thing, because I got work in the morning and shit. Oh, why you being like that? Why you being like that? Why you being like that, daddy? Why you being like that, daddy? Right? All that daddy talking shit, whatever, bitch. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be up for a little while though, but if you don't come, she's like, don't go to sleep on me, don't go to sleep on me, whatever. So whatever. I did end up going to sleep, right? But she didn't call me anyway. So she calls me like 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, I just happen to be my phone right there. I happen to just be like kind of dozing off a little bit. I pick up the phone, I'm like, yo, where you at? She like, oh, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. So now I'm sitting here. It's 2:30. It's getting ready to be 3 o'clock now. Now it's getting ready to be 3:30. I'm still like, so I call her. I'm like, yo, where you at? She like, oh, I'm on the way. I'm 10 minutes away. I'm like, yo, you said you was 10 minutes away. Yo, I don't have time to be playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you said you was 10 minutes away already. So whatever. She like, oh, so what you saying? Forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I hang up my phone. I go to bed. This bitch calls me at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, it's daylight outside at this time. I'm like, yo, what's up? She like, yeah, it's some bullshit. She started talking about some shit she got into and all this other shit. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, where you at? She like, I'm 5 minutes away. I swear to God, I'm 5 minutes away. I'm right around the corner from your house. So whatever. She literally at this point, she was 5 minutes away. But it's 6:15 in the fucking morning at this point. I gotta get up for fucking 9 o'clock just to get ready to go to work. So I get up, I let her in. She comes in the room, whatever, gets on the bed or whatever. Bitch talking about some, I'm trying to smoke this blunt real quick. Like, what? Like, yo, you couldn't smoke that blunt before you did everything that you needed to do? You had all night, bitch, to smoke the blunt. You know what I'm saying? All fucking night. You know what I'm saying? So she said that shit like, yeah, can I smoke this blunt real quick? Can I go on the porch and smoke this blunt? I'm like, nah, because, we got a few people in here and shit. And, they got to get up in the morning and shit like that. I don't want too much moving around. Plus, I got to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this ain't even that kind of party right now. It's 6:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So, you being for real? She called a serious attitude because I'm like, nah, you could have smoked it. What do you mean? You being mad weird. Nah, you being mad weird and shit. You being mad weird. I'm like, what do you mean I'm being mad weird? Like, yo, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 6:30 in the morning. Like, oh, you ain't trying to have no fun? You ain't trying to have no fun? I'm like, yo, is this bitch slow or is this bitch playing with? I thought she was like trolling me right now. I'm like, nah, she can't be serious. Like, what do you mean fun? Like, I work. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happened when a bitch don't respect what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to cut a bitch off. So whatever, at the end of the day, bitch start motherfucking going off. Oh, you ain't good for nothing but dick. Only thing you good for is dick. And you like all this Michael Jordan shit. She started going in on the nigga and shit. Well, trying to catch herself going in on the nigga and shit. Oh, you be watching all this Michael Jordan shit and did it. I really only put the Michael Jordan shit on because I was smashing her door while the shit was on. So because we got a roommate and shit too at the time. So I'm trying not to motherfucking I'm trying to turn my TV up. So while I'm in here taking this bitch to Pound Town and shit, it ain't just you can just hear everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so whatever. I'm trying to be respectful. She always put this Michael Jordan shit on, all this sports shit. You a weirdo. You a weird ass nigga, So she just going in on the nigga, right? So fucking whatever. I calmly get up. I open the door. Open the door for her. You walk her down the hallway. Take her to the door. Open the front door for her. She's still mouthing off and shit. Mouthing off. So I'm like, yeah. She like, yeah, you a weird ass nigga. You a weird ass nigga. And then, I'm getting ready to close the door. She looking at me. Yeah, you a weird ass nigga. You a fuck nigga. I'm like, yep. Locked my door. Went to bed. I never talked to the bitch again. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm cool with that bitch. If you can't respect what the fuck I got going on, bitch, then you're not no good for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? You only good just to be just like you. Oh, you only good for dick. Well, bitch, technically you only good for me getting my rocks off. You know what I'm saying? So you know we helped each other out. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ain't on nothing. She ain't about getting no money. She ain't about doing nothing. She ain't about trying to better herself. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, y'all gotta be careful with bitches like that. Unless you're willing to spend money on this bitch all day, every day, then I guess you know you do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But this bitch got. I mean, if we talking about this bitch wanting to hustle up and do what she got to do to get an L, get some weed popping, get a bottle, get a drink. Oh, she all for hustling for that. But when it come down to motherfucking, you know, making it do what it do to, you know, keep a consistent job and shit like that, no motivation to do that shit whatsoever. Okay. And you know, you got to stand clear from people like that, man. Stand clear from people like that, straight up and down, man. But anyway, man, let me go ahead and end this video off, man. But I figure I ended off with that one, though. But anyway, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell it like it is, man. So shout out to day one. Shout out to the new ones. Make sure y'all niggas hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, Tell Like It Is TV. We out of here, y'all. One.